And he's our director of marketing and PR at Gearbox, and a dear friend. And he's actually in the front row here with his wife and his kid. We got a lot of stuff to cover, so I'm going to get to it. Anybody find any Easter eggs out on the floor? I know all of you guys. So, Chris Fahler, our Easter Bunny, was having some fun up there. We'll come to what that is all about by the end of the panel, but we're not going to cover it up front. So I don't want anybody to worry that we're going to miss that. What we're going to do first, we're going to talk a little bit about aliens, colonial marines. We've got some stuff we want to show you, and we're going to introduce some of the people who are working on the game. Before we do that, I want to just...
They're gossiping about it.
Okay, so Adam, who is on Steve's marketing team, is whispering to me behind me. We want to show you a trailer that hasn't been released yet. Is that right? He's warning me that this particular trailer has not yet gone through the proper channels with the ESRB and other things. So he's rescinding my offer that you can videotape this. If you want to take a still picture, I think we can probably get away with that. If you for a moment,
video camera right there.
For a moment, if you wouldn't record this video, that much appreciated. We love doing this stuff. Thank you for trusting. Thank you for being worthy of our trust and respecting that. Let's not record the trailer we're about to watch after the trailer.
Down and let you guys hear them talk and ask them some questions afterwards. The first person I'd like to introduce is John Mulkey. He's the design director on Aliens. Everybody give him a hand. Well, he's a very talented individual. All right. Next up is the producer on Aliens, Brian Burleson. All right. And creative director at TimeGate, Philip Morales. Step on up, Philip.
So, this man... Oh yeah, of course.
Chris Brock.
Chris
Brock. Chris, get ready for your really shitty introduction.
How many of you guys played multiplayer while you're here?
Yeah, it's been playable on the floor at PAX. This is the first time that anyone in the public has had a chance to play Aliens Colonial Marines in any form, and we made sure to bring that to PAX. And we did it because PAX is a show about gamers. This is what it's all about, so we're really excited to do that. In a minute, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. If anybody has any questions about Aliens Colonial Marines, store them up, and I'll pick a few people from the audience. Before Mikey, some of you guys might know him from some of the things he's done in the past. Mikey basically rewrote all my crappy stuff in Borderlands to make it fun and awesome and great. So
I believe that was my job title for a while.
Rewrite Randy's stuff.
I was like, that doesn't fit on this.
And Mikey, of course, is the writer of all the Brothers in Arms games, and he's won awards for his writing there. And I think Mikey, I don't want to speak on your behalf, but it's been a dream of mine to do something in the official canon of Aliens since I saw the film. And you've now had the opportunity to write Aliens Colonial Marines.
That's it's horrifying actually. Like I ended up speaking saw the demo and saw me talk about aliens, but it's at first you're like really pumped, like yeah, I'm writing canonical Aliens, this is gonna be the best thing ever. And it is the best thing ever, but at the same time, it's the scariest damn thing ever. Have you met Aliens fans at really hardcore ones?
There's probably a few in the audience here.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I want to ask you, Mikey, one of the coolest things that for me has been working with some of the talent that was involved in the film, and it wasn't too long ago you were in Los Angeles recording with some of the people who are actually in the movies as they reprise some of their roles. Now, we're not going to announce all of those situations, but we do want to talk about one character.
Charles S. Dutton from Alien 3. No.
We're, as a Colonial Marine squad, as you guys know, there's synthetics attached to Colonial Marine squads, and the synthetic in Aliens was played by Lance Henriksen, and we can imagine the awesome actor, and we can imagine that all of the models in that era look the same. They're bishop, right? So everyone's got a bishop. So, Mikey, talk about your experience directing Lance.
Right. So it was pretty early in the working out in LA, and we knew we were doing Lance that day because he's actually a very significant part of the game. And he's really excited about it. And man, he was one of the nicest people I've ever met. Super endearing. Wanted to read the script and talk about it beforehand, and we're sitting there. He starts telling me all these stories, and we filmed some of these stories. So you had a chance to see some of this stuff, but. He was telling me all the stories about the set of Aliens, and I'm sitting there thinking how the hell did I get here? Where I'm writing words for Lance Henriksen as Bishop.
I think I got some words actually. Yeah,
you have one.
Chris, is this in your iTunes or where is this? Sure, John.
Yeah, so this is pretty early in the game. You like how I was fake surprised about the line and I'm explaining exactly what it is. So this is really early in the game. It's like the second or third line. But what's really cool about this line is Lance ad-libbed part of this line. And it's basically just telling you to go to the hangar at the beginning, but we're late.
You're cleared for service, Corey. Don't ask me to do the knife trick. I can see in your eyes.
Right. So he ad-libbed the knife thing. And I'm sitting there oh, but there was a moment in there where he stopped what he was doing and he turned to me and he said, man, I love everything you did. You totally nailed Bishop. Can I take this home? And I was like, it was like such a defining moment. I thought I was gonna just poop myself and take it to it. And well,
Nice.
It's amazing.
There's somebody else I want to introduce you to. When there's something as incredible as Aliens, it really inspires a generation. It's obviously inspired me. I joke that I've been stealing from Aliens my entire career. And we've all played many video games where we feel the influences and see the influence, whether it's straight up lines being stolen to characters being imitated, to scenes and sequences kind of being replicated in video game form. The fans of this film, all of us that are fans of this film, we have a passion for it, a love for it. But sometimes we get fortunate enough where the fans of the film get so into it that they get to contribute back to it again. And that's certainly been what's driving us. But it doesn't just stop with the developers. We had the opportunity to meet some people that have reenacted the Colonial Marine spirit. And I want to introduce you to someone in a bit. I want to watch it. Actually, I'm going to let Brian, you want to talk about this? Do you want to set this up for us? Because I've got a video here that we got of some. Have you seen the video yet, by the way? No, I haven't. Really? Okay. All right. Do you want to watch the video first and then talk about it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. So, I'm kind of curious. Let's just set it up. Just set it up real quick. What did you do? And,
Okay, so Sean Mayo, he's a really cool guy. At E3 last year, Sega went on the Alien Legacy forums and actually found some guys who were really into making the most authentic costumes, most authentic experience you can ever have. And these guys, they're not just people who dress up; they live it. It's amazing. And so for E3, they came out and they were patrolling the booth, and it was really impressive because it's not very often that you work with people who work booths that actually know more about the films than you do. And it was amazing, just the depth of knowledge that these guys had. And one of the things that was really stunning and really kind surprising is that Sean actually has a fully working smart gun outfit. If you want to stand up for a second, Sean.
Sean, why don't you come out here? Come on out.
This is incredible, isn't it?
Stay here for a second if you can. I'm gonna ask you some questions in a second, Sean. It's a couple minutes. Should we roll the video? Do you want to tell like what you brought him in and?
So we actually, we saw that he had this amazing rig, and we don't actually have anything like that. We didn't have it at the time. And so we were doing like the animations and stuff with the smart gun. It always felt like there was a little light. It didn't actually have weight to it. And so we actually invited Sean to come out of Gearbox, and we mocapped him in his full rig. And so in the game, when you see, we were playing with a smart gun, you see people around like the multiplayer today this past week. That was him. That was his mocap.
Wait, why are we jerks?
I'm not usually that retarded.
Well, let's watch the video. I think you'll find it quite flattering, right? How do we start this one? This is at our motion capture studio acting on software.
I remember having to go through the T-pose before we did each of these animations, and like every so often, like every half an hour or whatever, they would ask me, like, "Are you good? Do you need a break? Need some water?" I'm like, "No, this is fun. Let's keep going. Let's keep going." And it's really this like marathon 4-hour session, and afterwards I could barely move my legs. I probably should have taken some breaks.
That guy working with him, that's one of our animators. He used to be a Hollywood stuntman, and he's directing the animation. Doing flinches, yeah, she's
Doing
going to the
animations.
guys flinch.
Those were the worst, actually. Doing the lunges.
Side steps.
Oh god, those sucked. They actually had me like, I think that was the firing animation. I think right there. And they actually had me like doing like crouching poses and having to jump in the crouching poses while wearing 50-pound rigs. That was interesting.
It was definitely a lot of fun, and in addition to taking care of everything for Sean, we also wanted to kind of honor that contribution, and we put him in the game. So this is Sean in the game up there. Have you seen this before?
This is actually the first time I've seen it in detail. You guys who play multiplayer, every now and then I got to see, every now and then somebody spawns in with a model that's not wearing a helmet on the Marine side. Apparently that was me. And I got to watch myself die.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's always magical the first time.
It was probably the most surreal experience of my life, actually, seeing my own dead corpse on the
Sean, tell us about your armor a little bit. Tell us about some of the more interesting pieces or some of the difficulty you had getting that thing set up.
Well, it's like a lot of props from movies like that are that old. A lot of it is found parts that are things that haven't been around for like 20 or 30 years.
Right, kit bash up.
Yeah, exactly. Like the headset, for example, is built off of a biodynamic headset that hasn't been made since the 80s, and it took me 8 months to find the one I'm wearing now.
Right on. Any other odd, rare parts that were part of this?
I mean, like, I don't know where to start, like, all of it. All of it. The Steadicam, the vest itself is a Steadicam, it's a camera stabilizer. And those are $20,000, so like, I'm not gonna spend $20,000 in a costume, so I had to build it. And, like, each one of those steps is just it's a separate hurdle that you do one at a time, basically.
You are. You're like my hero. Like you're freaking. You got a smart guy, dude.
And look where it got me. This is basically a nerd's wet dream.
Sean, thank you so much. I know, Sean, I know. Thanks for coming here. I know you have a lot of effort to break all that stuff down. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for Sean. Thanks for coming. I'll give you 3 advanced good to get up there. Hey, I wanted to see if any of you guys had some questions for the panel, the guys that work on the game. Let's see, let's go over to. Yay, all right. Let's take your question. What's your name? Scott. Where are you from, Scott? Upstate New York. All right. What do you want to ask these guys?
I never kind of grew up with the Alien franchise, so I never kind of got into it. And seeing that trailer just now just really just got me excited. So my question is, like, for somebody that isn't a huge fan of the franchise and doesn't know the lore of it, will we still be able to enjoy the game?
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Who wants to take that one? John, you want to take it?
Hello, Dave. One of the coolest things about the Aliens franchise is it's just, like Randy was saying, so many people go upon it because it's so appealing, right? It's the core concept of I want to be that guy, I want to be in that universe, I want to do those things. So it transcends. You don't have to have seen the films at all, which you should, as a human being on this planet. You don't have to. The game is appealing no matter what, so you'll enjoy it. If you like shooters, you're going to love this game. It's going to be a great game.
I got to tell you too, if you've played games that have been inspired by it and been influenced by it, and if you see the films, you can understand the source, right? Like if you played Halo, the sergeant is freaking the sergeant from Aliens, and if you played and the dropships are all inspired by camera stuff. Did you have a question? All right, what's your name? Ben, where are you from? Haverhill, Massachusetts? Haverhill, nice to meet you, Ben. What's your question?
I played the old AVP games on the PC, and I think anyone who does remembers the iconic moment of left-clicking to bite your way out of a dude's chest to begin the Alien campaign. And this focuses on the colonial marines. When we see anything like that used as maybe a storytelling mechanism, like you get to see the first infected guy and chew your way out of his chest and see it go from there.
You don't want to we don't want to give any spoilers away, but you want to take it.
Check out question order. I'm a question order, so check out. So, what's this? Well, this microphone. It'll be in stereo. So that specific sequence, just a little bit of trivia. I used to work at Monolith Productions, the guys who made AVP2, the guys who made the first person.
You give it a Monolith, they're awesome.
Did anyone play No One Lives Forever? Yeah! That was awesome, right? John, what did you do on No One Lives Forever?
I was the lead level designer on that game.
There you go.
I'm very old. But that particular sequence, that was my sequence. I was brought on to work on AVP2 there at Monolith, and then ended up going on to know this forever. But we were talking about that sequence, and so I'm glad you enjoyed it.
He asked about the secrets you did. That is so freaking.
That is crazy.
You gotta come give this guy a high five.
Does anyone have
Very good.
Does anybody have a question about the multiplayer game for us? Guys?
Which is awesome, by the way.
I'll go to you. What's your name? Sean, where are you from? Arlington, Massachusetts. What's your question?
Speaking of AVP2, one of the things that people really liked a lot in it was the life cycle, where you'd be a face hugger and you crawl around and jump on a guy and break him, become a chest burster, and then full grown alien. Are we going to see anything like that in this game?
Brock, what are we focusing on with the multiplayer in Aliens Colonial Marines?
Well, the stuff we've shown so far has basically been team deathmatch, right? Which has been mostly because we need more objective-based stuff. It needs more than 5 minutes for you guys to see. The stuff you guys saw today, if you didn't get a chance to play it, does not have the life cycle stuff. But we have some other stuff that some of us aren't quite talking about yet. It might make you happy.
Just to jump in here real quick, Chris Brock is a hero at Gearbox, dude. This guy's been killing it. So I know it sounds like he's not too excited about the game right now. This is the most exciting dude in the world. I just want to tell you, he's been staying up all night working on this shit at this, stuff at I swear a lot, if you've met him, you know this. But yeah, if you've been to PAX, he's killing it. This guy's amazing. We lost a lot of him.
Believe it or not, I'm actually super This is about.
You're not helping. I just want to say
Anybody have a question about the campaign game at all? All right, I'll go with you. What's your name? Jordan. And where are you from? West Virginia. West by God, Virginia. All right, what's your question?
I was wondering if you had any input from Ridley Scott at all, or anything, any contact whatsoever about the campaign?
Yeah, actually, yes. Do you want to take it, Brian, or no, me to take it?
All right.
All right. Before we ever had this as an official product, official effort, the very first thing that happened was one of my partners, one of the owners of Gearbox, a guy named Brian Martell, who's a director, a very creative guy. He sat down with Ridley Scott to talk about what could be, and I will never forgive him for not inviting me to that meeting. But Ridley Scott, Brian comes back and said, dude, you won't believe it. Let me tell you some shit about space jockeys. Like, Ridley had his guys bring out his original storyboards from the first film, Alien. And I don't know if you know Ridley Scott, brilliant filmmaker. His film, Prometheus, will be coming this summer, which is sort of... Ridley is a talent. He drew his own storyboards. And so this book comes out, they blow the dust off of it, right? It's been 15 or 20 years since anyone's looked at this stuff. And Ridley starts going through it for Brian and talking about the universe that he imagined. And there's so much more than what was shot. It's a big connected universe that he imagined and envisioned. And he thought about how we got from where we are today to that point and kind of imagined where that would go and what that universe is. It was that conversation with Ridley that did two things. Actually, it did a number of things. But for this project, what it did was it connected Brian Martell, the director, he's not here today, he had to be with his family today, but it connected him with the root of the franchise in a very personal way. And between the two of them, they kind of had an understanding about how this should be treated. And that gave us both the confidence and the credibility to get all the business in line. Because 20th Century Fox had to agree to let the sequel to Aliens, the canonical sequel to Aliens, be a video game. Think about that. It's like what credibility was required for a film company to agree to let the sequel be a video game. And also think about how awesome that is for our industry. The sequel, the canonical sequel to Aliens, is a video game. How rad is that? How rad is that? Yes. Yeah.
We should probably do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more, and then I think there's some people that want to hear about Borderlands. What's your name? Andrew. And where are you from? You're from New Jersey. All right, I'm going to give you this mic and ask you a question.
Yeah, my question's about the multiplayer. I noticed when we played the Aliens that the kind of unfair advantage of getting the giant bulldozer alien thing that just really wrecked us.
You do understand you were playing against the Gearbox and multiplayer team. We flew them out here to beat the shit out of you.
We almost won. It was 39-40.
So what you're saying is the multiplayer is awesome?
Yes. I was wondering, do the humans get maybe like the exoskeleton or something as a balance?
Okay, so you might have seen today when you were playing the multiplayer demo of the smart gun. We've got a lot of other special marine type things that we're not going to talk about quite yet. Sorry to be that guy.
Again, he's really excited about this.
This time I'm still I'll show you later.
It's this is the first time we've ever shown the competitive game. Now we say multiplayer, but in fact I want to remind everybody that the campaign game is also multiplayer. Yes, you can play alone, or you can play it cooperatively, and you can play it let's see, I know we've got a lot of things to cover, and I wanted to get on with it. We didn't have any questions that Phil could field out. I wanted to point out that this has been a really monumental effort. The guys at Gearbox have been working very closely with a number of other studios. There's a studio here in Boston known as Demiurge, and these guys are awesome, and Alan and his team are really good. they've been neck deep in this project back at the beginning and again, and now they're working on the Wii U version of the game because Aliens Colonial Marines will be coming to the Wii U and they're kicking its ass. And I can't wait till Nintendo gets further along in the communication process so we can show you the great work that's been going on there. There's a studio that's local to us in Dallas called Nerve. They have some of the best level designers I know, and these guys have really been contributing a lot to the game. But I think like the team that has done the most effort outside of our own studio, it's a team down in Houston, Texas, Timegate, that's where Philip's from. These guys are amazing. They've really been kicking ass, and when you get the game, and I think it's really going to add a lot of credibility to their studio when we finally get to play this and this gets released. Phil, thanks for coming out. I know there were any questions specific for you there. Thanks for coming out. We're going to start talking about Borderlands now. You guys want to do something about Borderlands? All right, so...
I just tweeted it out.
And while we're transitioning, I wanted to give you a glimpse inside of Gearbox. Did you know that we have a bunch of slides from, maybe you can help me comment on these, Mikey, as we go through them. This is the Gearbox team in Dallas. This was, when was that taken? I think it was 2008 or 9.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. I might get that shot.
Didn't we Photoshop you in? Wasn't that the whole thing? That you made sure everybody was there, and then you didn't show up. And then we had to take a photo in the same light and then Photoshop you in. I believe that was exactly what we were doing.
The reason
we're on landing time at Gearbox.
This was in 2008 or 9, and the reason why I'm not in the shop is because I was at a business meeting with George Broussard and Scott Miller that led to the acquisition of Duke Nukem Forever so that we can empty the Duke Nukem brands and actually make sure that can't get shipped. I know. All right, let's see. Now, what's that? Oh, you did. Am I photoshopped in this one? Not in that shot.
That's what they came for. Would you like to see any Photoshop in this stuff?
Now, we work hard, we kill ourselves on these games, and we do it because we love entertainment, we love the medium of interactive entertainment, and our biggest wish is to entertain the world, to reach as many people as possible, and to gratify them. But we celebrate a lot, we play hard. And there's just some pictures. What's going on?
A baking competition?
We have a baking competition. The dessert.
That doesn't sound as cool when I said it out loud.
All right. This is an interesting shot. This is one of our labs. This is called the True Team Lab.
Stephanie Curie, can you stand up, please?
Where are you, Stephanie?
She runs our focus testing lab. That's awesome.
We do focus testing every week, multiple, and sometimes multiple days per week, constant focus testing. And people like you, if any of you happen to live in Texas, or if you're in Dallas for some reason, reach out to us, and if you want to come by and play games before they come out, we'd love you to come out and play the games and work with Stephanie and the team to get us valuable feedback on how to make it better.
And you get free Monster energy drink. We know it's NOS.
This, what do we got here?
Looks like Jason Reese and Mike Davis. They've been coming from Jason Reese is actually the lead level designer of Borderlands 2. He is amazing. And Mike Davis has been with us for a long time actually, since Earned in Blood. And he's been doing cinematics on this highway, watching us on level design. He helped out with some of the cinematics of Borderlands, like the intro. So
great talent.
They're awesome.
Great talent.
That's
one of our game rooms. Also, check out those machines. That's a House of the Dead 4 and a Virtual Tennis 3 with a 55-inch screen.
It was like, dude, I know Virtual Tennis is amazing.
This is one of the biggest advantages of working with Sega.
Yeah, I was thinking this.
Did some cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, Patrick's good. I'm watching.
Oh,
that's Adam and Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris Miller, Mr. Rummy Suit down here. He's the guy on the right. I don't know where that beard came from or where it went, but
Are we gonna go to your own party or we?
No. I might have gotten in front of like a few thousand people and
yeah, fool yourself. This is at our victory party.
I believe all these high fives were not sarcastic. Oh my God, was high five sarcastic? Jeremy.
This is what our front entrance looks like at on Halloween. These are the owners of Gearbox dressed up on Halloween like Devo. We got Steve Jones on bass. We got Stephen Ball on the guitar. We got Martel on the right there. I think I with the drums. So
there's no drums there, right? It's just big air.
Digital. Those are Rock Band tools. We issues. This is, NVIDIA had these guys build this custom machine for us at our community day, and this is a tribute to Duke Bigos. This guy's making weird symbols. This is a beast, man. They were able to keep this thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it in the middle. There's actually a little Gatling gun, and when it's on, it spins. Like, it's the craziest machine you've ever seen.
Serious case live action. Let's see. This is our community day, guys. We have last year, for the first time, we held a community day in Dallas, Texas, and we invited anyone who wanted to come for free to come and hang out with us. We had all day long different panels on all the different properties. We had swag to give away, like give away a lot of stuff. We also had merchandise in there for to give away everything, but we had a lot of cool stuff if you wanted to buy some things. And then we closed it off with a launch party to do forever, where we had Crystal Method play and DJ Jazzy Jeff played for us. Till 2 a.m. It was amazing.
And Randy actually did a beatbox on stage.
That's right. That's right. I think there's a YouTube video real quick. We'll save that. Okay. But yeah, that's on YouTube if you want to see me make a flow myself and do some beatboxing. The community day will happen again this year. I think it's going to be September 15th. We're going to announce it down the road, and it's going to be awesome. So if anybody happens to be in Dallas in September, you definitely want to stop by. Yeah.
Oh no. Not this photo, the one after it.
Yeah, he's seeing one slide ahead, but that's what they're seeing up there.
No, we're really on time, though, before that.
All right, I'll go through passes. Chucker is the senior producer of Borderlands 2, and he's
To be fair, I was just sticking my tongue out first, and then he licked me. That sounds weird.
Jeremy Cook on Halloween. Jeremy Cook is the art director of Borderlands 2. We're going to meet him in a few minutes, actually. Let's see, here's some of the guys on the team. I don't remember what that was, but we had a good time. This is on the roof of our building in Plano, Texas on 4th of July. Texas is flat, and Dallas is really flat. So we go up the roof of the building, we can see every fireworks display in the entire area, all the way to Oklahoma. And Mikey almost blew up the building, putting a mortar shell in the wrong tube. And
yeah, so I was explaining, it was like Die Hard. Yeah, I was explaining to everyone, no, it's cool. You can put it in whatever you want to, they're all the same. That's incorrect information. I have a lot to tell you that. Because it freaking exploded.
Yeah, he puts the thing in, there's the wrong shell in the wrong tube. When the charge was supposed to launch it into the air went off, it actually just exploded the whole tube. Knocked the thing over, the air charge hadn't gone off yet, so we had like 4 or 5 tubes going on at once, so it knocked all of those tubes over. So they all blew off, there's things like flying through the air, I'm like dodging a Matrix style.
Okay, you weren't doing that. You're embellishing with old movies.
Fire marshal came by, shut us down. It was a whole mess.
Let's get to this.
This is the Aliens team. Brian Cousins is one of the guys who you haven't met. Brian Martell is the guy on my left there. Brian Cousins is the guy on my right. Brian Martell is the director of the game. One of my partners, Cousins, is the art director for Aliens Colonial Marines. They couldn't be here this weekend. Behind us is the Alien Queen. That was Stan Winston's original puppet that was shot in the film. That was from the 1986. That's what Cameron shot in the movie. Fully articulated puppet, and we got to play around the Queen. This was from, what the heck is this? Christmas party. So we're announcing a dinosaur game. No, I'm kidding. We played poker that night. I paid $1,000.
We don't tell that story, ask Randy after.
All right.
It's a long story.
Anyway, I'm Big Squirrels. Let's wait counter our lawyer with our CFO, Stephen Ball.
Sorry, people in Russia.
We're eating chili. We had a chili cook-off. Lots of chili. It was, I spent a lot of time in the restaurant.
How many photos did you?
I don't know. I'm just going.
We're going to talk about Borderlands.
What's this?
Peter's chili.
Don Eubanks. He's blackmailing our hitting team. Let's see. Haley and one of them is a Dirty Sanchez.
That's Jason Reese, the lead of Borderlands.
Yeah. This is our midget dressed up like a midget bandit. I'll probably be at a launch party for Borderlands 2. You guys can Real life claptrap. Oh, this is the guys that made all the trailers. Those trophies in their hand are from the MI6 Awards in the UK. They do awards every year for the best marketing. And we won 4 awards, and it was the Gearbox team that did all those trailers.
That's just Borderlands 1, so with the Volbeat trailer I expect more.
So if you work at my 60, Snow Cone Day, our pinball room, one of our offices, this is our snack room.
Do you guys want to hear about Borderlands 2?
Let's talk about Borderlands.
You want to hear about the chili cook-off?
Oh, can you introduce the Borderlands team, please? Let's introduce the Borderlands guys. Let's talk about Borderlands 2. We're not going to
Pretty good so far, huh, folks? All right, we are actually running out of time. PAX has been very gracious in letting us go a little bit, actually a lot over. We're going to try to cram as much Borderlands as we can in the next few minutes. Thank you very much for your patience. I know that you wouldn't want this to stop. So real quickly, let me go ahead and call up some people from the Borderlands team. The first one, give it up for the creative director, Paul Helquist. Paul, come on up here. All right, and our art director, Jeremy Cook. Give it up for Jeremy. All right, and our concept designer, where's he at? He's missing his hat, I barely recognize him. Scott Kester. All right, and little old me.
All right, Paul, why don't you take this away? Paul's going to talk to us a little bit. He's, the head guy in the design of this game, the creative direction of this game, and what you talk. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to talk about a few of the skills on our rated characters. Excuse me. Real quick, Salvador, this is about his gun rust tree. And the gun rust tree is really about him manipulating his weapons as quickly and as fast as he possibly can, swapping in as many as he can. One of these really interesting ones here, we call these the game changers. This is called Down Not Out, and in this skill, we break the rules of our Fight for Your Life system, which is new to Borderlands 2. And he is one of the only characters that can use his action skill, the gun lurking, during Fight for Your Life. So if you pick this one and die, you've got some issues. Slam! That's through a few of these. No Kill is another one of the game changers. This one you gotta get pretty close to the end of the game in order to get. And in this one you get to get any excess damage you do after you overkill someone gets added to your next shot, so you can overkill the next guy, and then the next guy, and then the next guy, etc. His rampage tree is all about dual wielding all the time. If you focus on this tree, you're going to be dual wielding almost the entire game. And this particular skill helps you keep that going. If you get a kill, it adds ammunition to your clip so that you can just keep firing. And this one's called Keep Firing. While full mountain is This one's really awesome that the longer you're holding down the trigger, the faster your weapons fire. So you just tear through everything as quickly as you can. Fistful of Hurt is really cool. This is another new thing in Borderlands 2. We have these melee override skills, and this takes your melee, your normal melee attack and overrides it, so now you have like a super melee attack, and in this case he does a huge uppercut and knocks people back. It's really awesome. All out of bubblegum, let's see, increased fire rate when your shields are depleted, so the weaker he is, the tougher he gets. This is his This skill is actually somewhat inspired from our earlier coverage at PAX Prime, where he flipped off the boss, and we thought that was really awesome. So this skill is an action skill augment, another new thing in Borderlands, where when you're using your action skill, you can reuse the action skill button to add an additional effect to your skill. In this case, he flips everyone a double bird, and everyone attacks him, and he's basically invulnerable at that time.
Any Siren fans out there?
Yeah, we were super excited to bring a new Siren to Borderlands 2 and really expand that part of our universe. Maya is really sweet. This is her motion tree, and this is about really kinetic action kind of stuff. This is a kill skill. Let's see. I haven't seen all these slides. Let's see. Shields quickly regenerate, increasing your reload. Thought Lock. This is really awesome. This is another one of our game changers. You get down to the end of the motion tree, it basically completely changes your action skill. You're no longer locking an enemy in place. Instead, they become part of your team. Any of the enemies in the entire game. So you can get that badass Skag on your team. You can get those crazy threshers you played today. All that stuff.
You're correct. That's the awesomest thing you've ever heard.
The Harmony tree is her support tree. This is a very co-op centric tree. So this helps you keep your team together. This is her res skill, which I hope some of you got to use while you were playing today. This is a really awesome one where she can resurrect anyone who is in the down state using her action skills, so she can get people back up from long range, which is really sweet. Skip ahead here. Oh yeah, this was really cool. This is in her Cataclysm tree. This is the high damage tree for the Siren. And this one basically allows her to reflect bullets off of herself to hit other enemies. So she sort of becomes this really cool, all the rounds start coming in and they start going off and hitting all the other enemies and they start killing themselves. It's really sweet. I'm going to skip ahead because we're going to show you a little bit of the other two character classes. This is the Commando Axton. His action skill is similar to Roland's. He's got this kick-ass turret. Got some basic gun stuff. This is a big deal. You get to add an extra gun to your turret. So now you double your firepower. And you'll see all those visual changes to your turret.
Now we're not going to show you the full depth of these trees. That's only halfway down the tree as we get the level on the tree.
So this is his gunpowder tree, which is a lot of explosive, things like that. This is the longbow turret, so some of you probably used your longbow grenades in the first game. Well, now you can throw your turret like a longbow. It's pretty cool, actually. I agree with it. Do or Die, this is another one of our playing with the fight for your life, and the Commando is the only one who can throw grenades if you pick this skill. Faster. Okay, faster. Turrets deployed on walls and ceilings. How's that sound?
That was pretty sick.
And blast through. Oh, here.
Go back to the they like zero.
Here's Zero. Zero's our assassin. He's really great up close as well as far away.
Some people commented that when they saw the class, they're like, oh, there's no sniper. Dude, this guy's a freaking sniper. This is the sniper tree right here. You like sniping, he likes Zero.
Fun fact about Zero, he only has 4 fingers. Both hands.
This is a pretty cool one. This is if you can get enemies lined up, this is especially great for big bosses. Every bullet, when it goes through one enemy, it doubles its damage as it goes and hits the next. So if you can line them up, you can destroy the guy at the end of the line.
That's like Indiana Jones.
That text is too much. Death Mark is a co-op skill. This allows him to sort of mark an enemy for targeting from other characters, so everyone gets damage bonuses. And this is his bloodshed tree, which is about getting up close. So he's got a backstab ability. When he uses deception, the enemies get distracted and he gets huge melee damage bonuses. Yeah, there we go.
Cool, thank you, Paul. This is the first time all of that information's been revealed. Like, we didn't even give that stuff to Game Informer, so that's
Sorry, Dan, sitting in the front row of Game Informer.
You got it now. Go ahead, put it up.
He wasn't even typing.
He's like already uploaded it to the website.
You'll want to write the next one down.
All right, so Jeremy is going to talk to. This is something no one has a freaking clue about. This is crazy stuff. I'm gonna put your expectations on the water. Jeremy.
Hey everyone.
Jeremy's the art director on Borderlands 2.
So to speak. Get ready to clap. This may be something you're all interested in. How about some character customization? So I had a whole bunch of talkie slides. I'm going to skip those, or again, skipping the characters.
Let's just get the good stuff, right?
We're not no generic stuff like that. You don't want to be able to. Borderlands is bad.
But I really think, bro.
Let's look at some of the actual skins themselves. More words. What are you doing? So one cool thing about our skin system is they're loot, because Borderlands is about loot. So you find skins in the world, you're going to fight bosses, and they're going to drop rare skins. So it connects to everything that's great about Borderlands. So here's our classic siren. You've seen her for a bit, but now we have the ability to do decals and patterns. You can, of course, select from. You've seen a lot more color in our game at PAX here, and we were able to do a lot more with color in the skins. You might have seen the old skins being a little bit of like, which shade of brown do I want? Now you've got all the colors of the rainbow. We've got very cool rare skins like Black Widow, for example. If you like Mollywon, you could get a Mollywon skin. There's 3 different rarities of each manufacturer's skin to find. There's a whole crap ton of them. So, skins are just a piece of the puzzle. I'm sure you guys have seen at PAX. You can now also see the gear on your character. You're going to see your weapons. You're going to see your class mods, your shield mods. They all show up on your character. I'm skipping words. Yeah, nobody knows that stuff. So you can see Sal there with some of his stuff, looking pretty badass. But there's more to it than that. We want to take it even further so that it could really be unique. And
Did you write a novel when you did this?
Yeah.
Chapter 4.
So as you can see by the text, we added collectible custom heads as well that completely replace the head of the character.
Oh no, it's better than hats.
There might be some hats.
I don't know if it's a head for that.
So you can combine all this stuff to get tons of unique looks, and I expect to see a lot of crazy people out there when I play online. So here's our Commando. Or how about Vladoff Vixen? How about Checkmate? 2, right? Here's the Gunzerker doing his grungy sort of badass bandit thing. He's got a little faux hawk there, or maybe just a real mohawk.
It's a mohawk.
Okay, yeah. Or we also expect some players to do some interesting stuff with the skins. And of course, we have something special for our fans as well. I said, for Borderlands 1 players, we'll always see
So if we can detect that you play Borderlands 1, that comes for free.
Thank you, that's all I got.
There's something else we wanted to talk about for the first time. We had an idea, a new idea, and as you guys have seen something about Borderlands, it's a much bigger game. There's more gear. There's more, all kinds of loot. The world is larger. There's more characters than ever before. The question we ask is, look, we've got a lot to do, and we're coming into the home stretch, but we're starting to see the finish line now on Borderlands 2, and the game is coming on September 18th. We are locked in. We're good to go. So, as we're looking ahead, we wanted to share this idea, which is, what if after we're done, what if we add a new class? What if we can add another class to the game?
I think it's called the dick move.
And so we wanted to share with you an idea. We haven't built this yet. We have done a couple sketches and had some conversations about it, but this isn't something we can begin building until after we're finished with the main game. But I wanted to share the idea with you because I expect some feedback. Here's our idea. We call it the Megalomancer. And Scott came up with this idea for this pretty cool character, kind of balance things out a little. So this is what we want to build. Once we get into CERT, we want to build this and add this as an extra class that can come later as DLC or something. I don't know, we'll find some way to get it to you guys. But we thought about this character and we thought, I don't remember who initially came up with the word necromancer. It was Jim.
No.
We'll give him credit.
That's a conversation we involved.
Yeah, basically the three of us at this table had something to do with it.
So, obviously it's a play on necromancer. What can a necromancer do? So I want to introduce you to someone. We should meet.
Greg!
This is Death Trap. This is concept art right now. This doesn't exist yet, but it sounds like you like this and you'd like us to build this. So.
They're sitting though. How do you know they want it if they're still sitting?
Alright, let's go. So here's what we're gonna play. Here's what we're gonna play. This character we're gonna build. Once we're done, we're gonna build it. It will be a new post-launch DLC character. I don't have an ETA yet, but based on, this is a big deal to build a new character, especially now that you know about skins and heads and all the customization, and you already know about skill trees and all of the things that go into a character. Basically, gives you a whole different way to play through the game. It's a big effort. I'm projecting that we'll be able to finish it probably within 60 to 90 days of the game launching. Is when we'll be able to launch it. To make sure that, because Borderlands 2 comes out September 18th, we're going to try to get it out before Christmas so that you guys will have it happen before the end of the year and you'll have another character to play for Christmas break and all that. The plan will be we're going to begin developing it as we go into certification. That's when we'll really push it through. There's something else that I want to talk about. I don't know how much this is going to cost. It's a big effort, but I'm going to try to make sure that it doesn't cost any more than what a typical DLC costs. But we were talking about it with a publishing partner, and Gearbox is taking the risk on this. So they've agreed that if anyone is with us from the beginning, if you are part of our Premier Club, and that means you pre-order the game from anybody that can get you a code, we're going to give it to you for free. So I want to remind you guys, if you haven't done it yet, this is the Premier Club. Is a special kind of group that you can get into if you pre-order Borderlands 2. And there's a lot. If you look at the URL there, there's a lot of retail partners, and there's more that are getting announced every day. We've got international partners. Basically, anyone that can get you a code that lets you become part of our Premier Club, you'll get all this stuff. So in addition to the free Necromancer character for pre-ordering, there's also these advantages. So if you haven't pre-ordered yet, definitely get it, because this stuff will all cost you later as you'll see if you don't get it as for free with the pre-order. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is we've got some special editions for the game. And we want to talk about what we're doing. So these are some details. In addition to the standard, typical, I know a lot of us are on a budget, and so there's the typical retail product, but we also have the 2 tiers of limited edition. The first tier, I think it's $99, and let's see, let me
bring it up. This shit is really cool, by the way.
It's going to come with some physical things and some digital things, and we'll get a full list out there. But one of the coolest things, one of the centerpieces is a physical thing that I want to show you, because we have a prototype, and it's a Marcus bobblehead. This is not stuff. It's a replica of the Marcus bobblehead. So that'll be in the $99 one, and there's there's a lot of other stuff, and there's some digital pieces, some physical things. It's a really cool package, and in the coming weeks, I think something between 2 and 4 weeks, we'll have the full details of that, and retail will get the details too. So if you happen to shop in stores still, or if you're online, you can see the full details of what's in that limited edition before you commit to it. There's going to be a tier above that, and the tier above that will include everything that's going to be in this limited edition. By the way, this is called the Deluxe All Touchers Edition, is what that tier is going to be called. The one above that is called the Ultimate Loot Chest Edition, and that's because it has all of that stuff plus some more things, and that's going to be inside the actual loot chest. This is a prototype. We have this physical up here, so if anybody wants to hang out after we're done, if anyone wants to hang out after you're done to look at it, this is the prototype, and this is the freaking loot chest from the game. It's awesome. It's like done in the art style, and I can't wait to get mine. This is pennies in it. So the game and other things, and this one I think is going to be $149.99 North America retail for the edition of that. So this is the first time we'll talk about this. So thanks to TK for letting us break that open.
Just say no.
Well, we are getting really, really short on time.
Somebody talks a lot.
Before we get out of here, I got to tell you what the Easter eggs are about.
Please don't kill each other trying to get these.
Oh, there we go. Oh, those are gold ones? Nice, dude. That was... Oh, yes! You are
That guy got 2, and he decided to throw one of them back to the farther road. You are awesome. You're awesome. This is why PAX rules, man. So here's what these things are about. It is a day today, and we thought it'd be fun to do something with that. And of course, what do you do? Easter egg hunt. Well, there's something inside Easter egg, which you guys know. There's a URL and a code, and come to the panel and all that. The fun thing that we thought would be kind of meta is, what if you have a real life Easter egg hunt, and then somebody from that can win the ability to put an Easter egg into our games. So here's what we're going to do. Register the code online, and one of you will be able to name a character in Borderlands 2 or in Aliens Colonials.
Well, if you get the Aliens character, make sure you don't screw me over with the name of the character. This is Buttface.
It's going to be with Aliens Colonials, you pick the call sign. You'll pick the call sign of the character, and with Borderlands 2, you'll name one of those 2 NPCs. So you can see a female and male Colonial Marine, you can see a female and male NPC in Borderlands 2. And you'll forever, indelibly, for all time, have had an impact on that game. And we're also going to give away, so definitely register, because even if you aren't the lucky person that gets to, be the Easter egg, we're gonna draw a lot of codes, and we're gonna give away some of these. Okay, so and the details sometime after the panel's over, that URL will become live with more of that information. So use the URL and use that unique code. It's worth something. That's your Easter egg.
We're being told it's already live.
Oh, it's already live? Oh, it is live. Okay. Okay, so spoiler. All right, guys. We're going to stick around for a few minutes. I know we're way past our time, but if anybody wants to meet us or get us to sign stuff or whatever, we're going to hang out. Thank you so much for being here.